FC26 is already out, and so is the first FC26 Career Mode video in this channel. One of the new features of FC26 is the Manager Live Hub, where we can find several challenges with a range of different durations. As there may be some bugs at this early stage of FC26, instead of starting a long career mode, we're going to try a challenge from the Manager Live Hub. We'll choose the Kings of Europe challenge. We need to win any Continental Cup by August 2029 and the UEFA Super Cup by August 2030. We also have some restrictions. The ones that will affect us more are that we can only sign players under the age of 26 and we can only sell players over the age of 28, which will limit the squad decisions we make. So to complete this challenge, we've chosen Crystal Palace, the Ladies FA Cup and Community Shield winners. The club has had some bad news this summer after being demoted from Europa League to Conference League by UEFA, and also with the departure of star player Eberici Eze. However, there's been some big additions like Jeremy Pino, JD Cambot or Cristanto Zucce, who will bring the talent to the club. So let's crack on and see how fast we can complete this challenge with Crystal Palace. And we can see here within our main objectives, the challenge objectives we mentioned before. To advance faster in this challenge, we'll simulate all domestic competitions as we usually do in rebuilds, but we'll play all the European competition matches, including the league stage matches. We'll try to build a competitive team so it still can keep achieving European competitions in Premier League. We're going to set the gameplay type as authentic for now. Not sure if I'll like this more, but we'll give it a try in the first few matches we play. I've set the unexpected events as medium, may change it depending on how frequent these events really happen. We'll definitely use this option of points deductions on future rebuild videos. And we'll also use the manager market in some rebuilds in the next month, but not in this career mode. So this is our budget for this season. Let's check the squad to see which positions we can improve. I'd like to improve the left back with a new transfer and selling Sosa, but we can't sell him as he's under 28 still. We might still get a new young left back with high potential. I'm happy so far with our centre backs. Cambot is very young and has a lot of potential to grow. Also, all our centre backs are below 28, so we wouldn't be able to transfer any of them even if we wanted to. There's lots of midfielders. We may sell some as I don't think we'll use that many. However, with the whole age transfer restrictions, it may be hard to decide who stays in the squad or goes. I'd like to sell Ahamada due to his level, but he's only 23, although as his contract ends in 12 months, we'll just let it expire this season, so technically it's not a transfer under 28 years old. Uche is in the team on a loan deal, however in real life it is a loan deal with a mandatory buying option. So to make it more realistic, I've made a transfer offer so he stays in the club after the season is over, instead of returning to his origin club Getafe. This will affect our transfer budget, but since Crystal Palace will have to spend a similar amount by the end of this season, we have a more realistic budget this way. So we welcome Cristanto Zucce as an official Crystal Palace player for the next 5 seasons, joining us on an £18.5 million transfer. So I've just realized it's not only that we cannot transfer players under 28, but we cannot even send them on a loan deal. I don't like this as it will be hard to see a progression on our younger players if they don't get much playtime. And I've realized as well that players who are exactly 28 can't be transferred either, so we can only sell players from 29 years old onwards. So here we have our first transfer. We don't have many right or left midfielders in the team. We have Jeremy Pino, who will definitely be in our starting 11, but I don't think Romain Esse is ready yet for that. So our first transfer is coming to help us fill that gap. We welcome Ethan Nwaneri joining us on a £14.5 million transfer. Here we have our first 2 transfers. Both players would not have had much playtime. As we mentioned before, we have too many midfielders in the squad. The first one leaving the team is Jefferson Lermo. I would have preferred to transfer others before him, but due to the age restriction, I had to make a hard decision. Our second transfer is the left back we mentioned before. He's very young and has a big potential. I believe he can become a key player in this team. We welcome Miles Rees-Kelly joining us on a £26.5 million transfer. I wasn't planning on selling Walter Benitez, but we have received a good transfer offer, and since he would have been in the bench and we don't really have young goalkeepers, I have accepted it so we can use this money to keep improving the team. And to compensate the transfer of Benitez, our third arrival is a very young goalkeeper who I believe have a lot of room to grow. We'll try to give him some playtime to see how fast he can improve. We welcome you and Jawan joining us on a £2,050,000 transfer. Our fourth transfer is a centre attack midfielder, which is one of the positions I think needed improving. In the starting 11 we have Sar, but the bench options are a bit weak, so our new player brings youth and talent to help the team grow. We welcome Konstantinos Karetsas joining us on a £3,400,000 transfer. And the last player leaving the club for now is Will Hughes. We don't have any other midfielders to sell within the age restrictions, so had to make another hard decision to keep improving the team. There are two more transfers of young players that I've made to improve the team. The first one is an additional left or right midfielder who, along with Jeremy, Waneri and Esse, will make this team better. We welcome Tyler Diblin joining us on an almost £1 million transfer. And finally, the last young player joining us this season is a midfielder with a big potential to grow, who will compensate for the older players we sold. I think he can become a key player in the next season if he improves as expected. We welcome Lennon Miller joining us on a £4 million transfer. So I've just realized that in this Manager Life Challenge, we've been allocated in Europa League instead of Conference League, so we won't be facing the demotion that happened in real life. Also, I've noticed many teams have been allocated in the wrong competition, like Newcastle, Chelsea and Villarreal are also in Europa League, and Manchester United is qualified to play Champions League here, and teams like Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen are playing in Conference League. I don't really like these changes, but as it's the first challenge we do in FC26, we'll complete it and see in further career modes what we do. This is the calendar with our Europa League matches during the league stage. As we mentioned before, we'll be playing all the European competition matches. Hopefully we can make it far in Europa League and try to complete already one of the main objectives in the challenge. This is the team at the end of the transfer market. I think we can compete well in Europa League. Hopefully the simulated results in domestic competitions are good too, so we can end up in European competition positions. And here we have our first unexpected event. Our sub-goalkeeper Jawan is feeling homesick. We have two options. I guess it makes sense to choose the option to help him settle and hopefully his mood changes faster. For now, his morale shows us unhappy. We'll see if in the next weeks he improves after the action we've taken. But now it's time to play our first Europa League match, so let's move on and see what happens. So here we are, ready for our Europa League match against Bologna. I like that our first Europa League match is home. Hopefully we can get a good result. Also, I'm excited to see how some of the new additions like Waneri or Luis Kelly perform, and also excited to see how the new authentic gameplay feels like. So let's crack on. Jeremy Pino with the ball, passes it for Wharton. This is definitely much slower with the authentic gameplay. Even the players' moves are slower. Sar shoots, the goalkeeper blocks and it hits the post. Bologna on the attack. They shoot, but Henderson blocks, and Lacroix clears the ball passing it to Kamada, who quickly passes for Mateta. Mateta passes for Waneri, who has no opposition. He shoots and it's in. It's the 1-0. Fantastic debut for Waneri in our team. Hopefully he scores many more goals and becomes a key player. Great run by Waneri here. Excellent definition too to score his first goal. Bologna on the attack again. Good tackle by Lacroix, who also clears the ball passing it for Pino, who passes for Sar, Sar for Waneri. And that looks like a nasty foul. Hopefully we can see it in more detail on the repetition. and it's actually a red card for Stanisic. It's quite clear, this red card. Now that we're already winning, hopefully this helps us even more. Kamada with the ball. He passes for Sar, who passes for Waneri. He passes back for Sar, who passes for Wharton. He shoots, and it's out by little. We change Mateta and Sar for Uche and Carezas. Luis Kelly wins a header and passes for Waneri. He passes for Carezas, who loses the ball. Bologna passes the ball fast to attack. Lacroix almost wins back the ball, but we end up losing it. We can't stop their player. They shoot and score, but it's offside. We've been lucky here. We need to be better on defense if we want to win this match. It was quite close. We've really been lucky here. Corner for Bologna. Luis Kelly clears the ball passing for Carezas, who passes for Uche. Uche passes for Kamada. Good pass for Waneri. He tries to assist Uche, who shoots and it's out. Bologna on the attack again. They try to assist their striker, but Munoz clears the ball with a header, passing it for Jeremy, who keeps passing the ball back with Kamada to advance. Kamada passes for Waneri, but it's offside. This would have been a great opportunity. With this repetition, it's quite clear the offside. We change Waneri, Kamada and Luis Kelly for Dibli, Mila and Mitchell. Bologna attacking again. Gaggi blocks their shot. Lacroix tries to clear the ball, passing it for Dibli, who loses the ball. They move the ball fast for the striker, who shoots, and it's in. It's the 1-1, and it comes when the match was almost over. We've defended very bad these last couple of minutes. The assist for the striker was really good, but I think we could have defended better there. Henderson couldn't really do much with this shot. And there's no time for more. The match is over and we lose 2 points in the last minute. We've had several opportunities to score more than 1 goal and even had an extra player for many minutes. It's a shame that we couldn't win this first match. Hopefully we play better in the next Europa League match. These are the current standings in the league stage of the Europa League. Obviously it's still very early, but it's important we start winning our matches. We'll keep the authentic gameplay in the matches we play in this episode, but we may change it later in the next one. If you're liking this video and you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below. Hit the like button and activate the notifications bell so you don't miss on a lot of FC25 content. We're gonna be bringing you several videos every week with full series of FC25 Career Mode, rebuilds and much more. Here we are, ready for our second Europa League match against Club Brugge. I believe this is one of the harder matches we'll have during this league stage of the Europa League. I'm confident with our players' performance. I think we have a lot of talent and also a few young players who should improve a lot, hopefully during this season. So let's crack on. Club Brugge with the ball. Luis Kelly intercepts the ball. He passes for Waneri, who passes the ball for Kamada. Fantastic assist for Mateta, who shoots and it's in. It's the 0-1. Great pass by Kamada and great definition by Mateta to score the first goal. We can see here the fantastic assist and also how Mateta moved to find the space to score this goal. Perfect shot by Mateta, very hard for the goalkeeper to save this. It's Mateta's first goal in the competition, hopefully he'll score many more. Club Brugge with the ball, they move the ball fast. Gehi intercepts the ball, passing it for Walter, who makes a bad pass and loses the ball. We can't stop the players. They shoot and it's in. It's the 1-1. It's a shame how Wharton lost the ball and how bad we've defended in this goal. They moved the ball well there to pass our defense. And good definition by the player too. Club Brugge on the attack again. They advance fast, but Lacroix is faster now and clears the ball after a good tackle. They are on the attack again. Bad defending there by Wharton, Lacroix and Gehi. They shoot with not much opposition and it's in, it's the 2-1. The whole defense was horrible here and we'll have to do things very well if we want to overcome this result in the second half. They moved the ball faster to overcome our defense. Good shot there, but I think Henderson could have maybe done more. Lacroix passes the ball for Sarr. Sarr passes it for Waneri. Great run. He tries to assist Mateta, but the defense clears the ball. We change Pino and Sarr for Diblin and Uche. Corner for Club Brugge. Lacroix clears the ball, but they gain it again. Header from the striker, but that's an easy save by Henderson. He passes the ball fast for Kamada, who passes it for Luis Kelly. He leaves the ball for Waneri. Fantastic assist for Mateta, who shoots and it's the 2-2. Great team play in this goal. Waneri and Mateta are starting to be key players. Second goal for Mateta in this competition. Great run by Waneri. He has participated in almost all our goals or goal occasions in both matches. Good definition there by Mateta. Club Brugge with the ball. Lacroix wins a header, passing the ball for Mateta, who passes it for Diblin. Diblin quick for Waneri. He passes for Uche, but he loses the ball. The defender clears it, but Gehi gains it back. He passes for Luis Kelly, who plays for Kamada. Great pass again by Kamada for Mateta. He shoots, the goalkeeper blocks, but Uche is faster than the defender, and he pushes the ball in. It's the 2-3. It's almost the last minute and our first win is so close. We unfortunately drew the previous match just at the end of it, and it looks like things have turned round and we'll win this one last minute too. Kamada keeps making great assists, and Mateta is always at the right place. Fantastic anticipation there by Uche to score what looks like the winning goal. It's Uche's first goal in Europa League. And we changed Wharton and Mateta for Mila and Carezas. I had requested this substitution quite before we scored the third goal. Club Brugge with the ball. And that's it, there's no time for more. The match is over and we win 2-3. Very happy with this result, but we need to improve our defense. Fantastic match by Mateta with his 2 goals, and he also originated the third goal. So let's move on and face our next rival in this Europa League. These are the current standings in the league stage of the Europa League. There's quite a few teams with 4 points like us and a few with 6. Hopefully we can win the third match so we can reach any of the first 8 positions. So let's move on to our next match. And we're ready for our third Europa League match against Go Ahead Eagles. For this match, I've chosen the same starting 11 as in the previous ones, but we may start giving more playtime to the other players once we've achieved more points. We should win this match as we have some harder ones in the next months. So let's crack on and see if we can achieve our second win. Go ahead with the ball. Luis Kelly is fast there and gains the ball back after a good tackle. Great tackle by Munoz, who wins the ball. He passes it for Kamada. Kamada playing fast for Waneri. Waneri for Mateta. Mateta for Sar, who passes it for Jeremy. He shoots and it's out by very little. We missed a clear opportunity here. Lacroix intercepts the ball, passing it for Mateta, who quickly passes for Jeremy. It's a very similar situation as the one we just missed before, but instead of shooting, Jeremy passes the ball for Sar, who shoots and makes the first goal of the match. It's the 1-0. Excellent team play to score this goal. Great run by Jeremy there, and great assist for Sar to score. It's important that we start winning. And it's Sar's first goal in this competition. Go ahead on the attack. And Gay blocks the ball before they shoot. Munoz passes the ball for Jeremy. Jeremy passes it for Sar. He passes for Mateta, who makes an excellent pass for Waneri, who shoots and it's in. It's the 2-0. Great start to this match, and Waneri keeps being one of our best players so far this season. Fantastic assist by Mateta, who left Waneri in a great position to score. Powerful shot by Waneri to score his second goal in this competition. Wharton loses the ball, leaving them with a good attacking opportunity. They shoot and it's in. It's the 2-1. Just before halftime, we always lose our concentration in the final moments of each half. Wharton should have maybe passed the ball faster to avoid losing it, and Gay left a massive gap for them to shoot comfortably. Powerful shot in the goal, hard to save or blocked by Henderson. Go ahead with the ball, but Jeremy intercepts it and passes it for Sar, who plays for Waneri. Waneri passes the ball back for Sar, who makes a fantastic assist for Mateta. He shoots and it's in. It's the 3-1. This goal by Mateta is very similar to the one he scored himself in the previous match. 3 goals in 3 matches by Mateta. Great pass by Sar, and Mateta always finds the right space to create goal opportunities. Great definition there by Mateta. I really like this player. Go ahead with the ball. Waneri almost steals the ball, but the player keeps advancing. None of our players can stop him. They shoot and it's in. It's the 3-2. We defended very bad there, unable to stop the player and then leaving the other player alone with no position when shooting. We can see here how we just let them advance and score easily. I think Henderson could have done more here. We changed Jeremy, Waneri and Gagey for Dibley, Nesse and Campbell. Go ahead with the ball. Good pass for the player. But Lacroix is faster and clears the ball after a good tackle. And we changed Kamada and Sar for Mila and Uche. go ahead with the ball. They make a great assist. Lacroix almost intercepts it, but they shoot, and Henderson blocks. And between Wharton and Lacroix, they clear the ball. And that's it, there's no time for more. The match is over and we win 3-2. We've suffered too much during these last minutes of the match, but the main thing is we've achieved a second win, and we already have 7 points in the league stage of the Europa League. I'm happy with this win, but we need to keep improving, especially in our defense. But for now, let's move on and see where we are. These are the current standings in the league stage of the Europa League. It feels like we're stuck in position 10. Hopefully, if we keep winning, we can reach the first 8 positions so we can pass to the next stage directly. Our next match is against Barreham, but we'll play this in the next episode where we'll try to complete the whole league stage of the Europa League. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe down below so you don't miss on more Crystal Palace Career Mode episodes and new FC26 content coming soon to the channel. Thanks for watching and I see you in the next video.